recording.
Yep, all good.
Welcome back to JLC TV, the show where we showcase the world's greatest IT distribution business. And I know it's been a long time no see. Last time I saw you guys, we were in Dubai, and work's been crazy since. And actually, this kind of led us to evaluate what we were doing with JLC TV. And as much as we like showcasing the business, it's so much with already running 3 businesses to have to do this every single day that we decided that you guys want to see tech updates more and this less. But if we do this like once or twice a month, it's going to build up enough anticipation, which I think is going to be better for everyone. So yeah, I think Marshall's got a few questions for us. But before, actually the questions might lead into what I was going to say, so I'll wait after the questions. So let's go inside anyway to the warehouse. And Beaksy, how have you been?
Yeah, good. Really good, thank you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What have you got to say for the JLC TV people who think that you've abandoned them?
Oh no, I'm still here, don't worry.
Listen guys, I would love to be doing this every single day. But it's in motion. In time it will. I'm sure it will be something that'll be on TV in the end. I actually think that it will. In the end, someone's going to come and see the I think this is 63rd episode, is that 63rd?
It might be 64.
Someone's going to see these 64 episodes one day and think, wow, we need to make a documentary on this very, very special IT distribution business named JLC Distribution. Anyway, let's go down here and we can see the plethora of stock we have. You alright, Chris? How's it going, bro? Alright, it's a bit dirty down this aisle, but it'll work. So, what's the questions, Marshall?
So the first one's quite broad.
Okay.
It's what's new with JLC? So since the last time we saw you on camera, what's changed?
Strategy has changed slightly. We started to talk on this last time, but we're doing a big brand push. We're looking for OEMs. We're in talks with quite a lot of OEMs, and we're starting to bring it in. And especially with the tech reviews that we're doing with JLC TV, we're going to bring that in. Opportunities for sponsorship. 17,000 subscribers here, so yeah, there's going to be a lot of eyes on the business. We're going to see right now the business shape up in a crazy way over the next, I'd say, 2 years. So very exciting.
How did the company perform last month and compared to last year?
25% up on last year. I won't get into the specific numbers. A lot of actually what brought this JLC TV stuff is like, we're in the trenches. We have to be fighting. Like every single month, good or bad, is a fight. And yeah, last month was no different to any other month. We're beating last year, 25% up. But right now, June, July, August, we're stepping into the busy months. So it's gonna be exciting. If we can maintain 25% up in the months of June, July, August, it's gonna be astronomical. So may we keep that same pressure on our sales, and that's what we're doing. So we will check back on this and let you know how that's going in about 2 weeks from now. Let's go into the boardroom.
Yep.
And maybe you'd give a feedback in a second, Beak, on May.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, and in Europe, different question. Europe did 4 times what it did the year before. So, and the interesting thing, Pete, please you turn the light on in there as well. And the interesting thing about Europe is, wow, look at this beautiful JLC board table. Right, the interesting thing about Europe is that last year, June, was the first real meaningful month we had, like big month, which pretty much like took the cost base out of the business. So if we can maintain 4 times up when we step into June now, and obviously this is the first working day of June, it could be crazy. I think it's gonna be crazy. I think we're gonna have a monster UK, and I think we're gonna have an astronomical, I mean, we already know of like a lot of orders which are coming in. So yeah, that's what's new. What do you think? What's your update on May?
Yeah, so May, we're obviously up from last year, but all the ops are still there and they've just been pushed to, everyone's saying June, July. So we're expecting a lot. We think a lot of people sandbag and hold them until June. So hopefully today we'll see a lot of that. Just orders coming through that people have been holding on to.
Yeah, back to the first start of the busy season.
What are the latest trends in the industry or market?
So as people who watch JLC TV are going to know, they're going to know about the AI that's being brought onto the iPhone, the new iPhone that's being released, the new Apple Watch. And yeah, if you want to get the tech news, you're speaking to the wrong person. You need to see Marshall on this same channel.
What is your next aim for the business?
Next aim for the business is to continue building our stronghold out in Europe and to build this media piece, which is the JLC TV, which is going to bind it all together. And now, I mean, we always knew the route, right? The route was going to be getting eyes onto the channel and then speaking to OEMs and bringing it all together. But it's actually a little bit different now, because the problem is, as great as this business is, and as cool and as fun as it is showcasing it, people don't actively search for JLC TV because no one really knows us yet. So we're gonna make these episodes sporadic and then update on tech. Now the update on tech is gonna bring eyes to the business, and then those eyes to the business are gonna be a stage where OEMs are gonna need to be showcasing, because we're at 17,000 subscribers and we barely just started. Where are we gonna be in a year, 2 years, 100,000, 500,000? Definitely those numbers are gonna happen. So when they do, the suppliers that currently don't deal with us are gonna be missing out crazy, because we're gonna have so much eyes. We're gonna have the distribution network, already got it, all the biggest customers, and then we're gonna have the eyes on the business. And once we get the eyes on the business, our offer to potential suppliers completely changes. Because what's our offer right now? Our offer is, yo, we do a great job of selling the kit, we have all the connections. But in a second, it's like, we have all the kit, we have all the connections, and we got the consumers looking at us. Now, we have a very small amount of consumers looking at us at the moment, only 17,000 people. Still a lot, but it's a drop in the ocean compared to where we're gonna go. Now, the point of what I'm saying is, when that's 500,000, it would almost be a crazy proposition to reject if we push that towards, if we said to any OEM, I won't use a name because I don't wanna give anyone any free advertising just yet, but if we push the brand out and we say, yo, we're gonna, we want to bring you on as a partner. We're going to talk about your kit in our videos. I think that's the place, and that's going to span across UK and Europe. And once we've got all of that stuff firing on all cylinders, we move straight over to Dubai, and then we open up the next office in Dubai. And I'm hoping that's at the back end of next year, back end of this year, because I actually think that the trajectory we're on now, even though it seems a bit like, has anything really happened? But a lot's happened. It's like we're in a slingshot, and I described it to Ken like this. It's like we're in a slingshot, and we've been doing all this shit, chucking rocks into the slingshot, and it's tightening, and it's tightening, and it's tightening. And in a second, when it goes, all of that work, all the rocks, all the elasticism that we've been pulling back on the slingshot will go, and then bang. That's what's gonna happen. And that's what's happened every single time that we've ever built this business. Actually, if I go back to like early days, it always was the way. It was a year, 2 years of not really a lot happening. Now, I can say that, oh yeah, we were up 25% on last year, and that's decent, but that's not what a lot happening is. When a lot happens, things suddenly go bang, and that's what's gonna happen. We are close to that happening. There's a few things. I mean, we have a network that with the right products right now, we could be putting £1 billion out into the market. Seriously, we just need the right product. So the fact that we already do what we do with limited product speaks to the great work that our sales guys does, that our entire business does, that our operations with the delivery, with the service, because people come to us over other bigger suppliers. Once we get all this right, guys, it's gonna go crazy.
Exciting.
Exciting, very exciting.
So that was, you basically answered the second one, was how do you plan on achieving that? So that's all good. What is your plan for the business going forward? How do you want to close out the year? I want to close out the year making profit in Europe, because obviously at the start of the year we were still slower. We're now at a decent level. I want to make sure into next year. So our year starts in August. So our financial year starts on 1st of September. So we're seeing out the back of the year, which is the last 3 months of our financial year, which I surmise to be I predict to be very, very good. I reckon they're going to be very, very good. They're going to be very profitable UK, very profitable Europe. And then I want to get into next year with a clean slate, which is going to, whole intention of next year is to really get the results moving to a high level. Because we've done all the groundwork for UK, for Europe, for JLC TV. In a second, all of that's going to be binding together, and it's going to make meaningful difference on the bottom line. Actually, I was speaking to myself. I was on a walk yesterday, and this is quite cool. I was speaking to myself, and got a sales meeting in 10 minutes. I was speaking to myself, and I was saying that this is hella stress, like trying to manage all this stuff and put it together. And I was like, I don't know, I spoke back to myself, like not in a way that I was thinking. I just said that, I said, yeah, but the thing is, JLC is just a business on its own. It's good, but everyone can do that. Like not everyone can do it. Like obviously some things have to go your way, but like those results aren't crazy. They're good, they're not crazy. And the thing is, once we get Europe right and JLC TV right and all of those things are crazy, then we become, it's not just like, oh yeah, they did well. It's like, whoa, look what they've built. And that's what we're on a mission. I don't care if we die on the mountain trying to climb it. We are going to, crazy levels. So I guess what I was speaking to myself is like, this is all crazy. Is it worth it? And I thought, do you know what? I didn't come out here to do half of my potential. So I will die trying to fulfill it. So I'd rather do that. Make sense?
Yeah.
Well, that's all the questions I had.
All right, nice. How long have we been recording for?
10 minutes, 20 seconds.
10 minutes, 20 seconds. All right. Well, I think we should do some like sales updates. We can do them separately because the sales guys need to get out and make sure they're showing the face to you guys on LinkedIn as well. But yeah, I just wanted to make sure that we're touching base and you guys aren't losing the characters of the business. And obviously you're gaining a great character in Marshall and he's keeping you up to date on all the tech news. But we want to make sure that you know the internals of JLC from time to time. These episodes will come out probably once every 2 weeks. They're not going to have a schedule because it's going to be when we have time. But we're also going to bring the sales guys in. It's going to be the same episodes that you know and love, but it's just going to be done in a timely fashion that doesn't affect the ongoing effort for more territory. So sweet guys, over and out. Perfect.
Perfect.